Good morning, welcome along to your yoga class this morning. Lovely to have you with me. Hopefully you've got a nice warm room. We've still got a couple of minutes before we get started. Sorry, a little bit late coming on board this morning. I was trying to reposition my mat so I don't have the sun shining in my eyes. Beautiful to lie in, but not so good when I'm trying to look at the screen. So it certainly makes for a lovely, uplifting, warm, sunny spot to be in for me. So hopefully you've got one that's just as good, just as warm. Be great if it's warm, guys, but if it's not, just grab yourself long pants. You can be doing this in your trackies and a sweatshirt if you're in a slightly colder room. As long as you've got room to move, you know, your body's got room to move, it doesn't matter, yeah? So anything that you're comfortable in is good. You might have your yoga mat, you might not have a yoga mat, you might just have a towel laid out on the floor or a blanket, or you might just be doing this on your carpet, that's fine. If you've got anything that you want to use to help you with your yoga practice today, so rolled up towel, or you might have yoga blocks at home, anything like that, just feel free to have them, just so that you can offer yourself a level of support if you need to. Okay, so that's just like support underneath the hands if we're doing any forward folding, might be support under the bottom for any seated work that we're doing where you feel you need a little bit of elevation, just anything like that, yep. So I'll give it a couple more minutes just to let some more people come on board. If there's anything you want to ask just while we're waiting before we start, just let me know, just post a comment. The class is going to be a little bit energetic to start with, just so we can warm the body up. Even if you're in a warm room, it's just to mobilise the body and get it going really. So when I say energetic, nothing that would be outside anyone's capabilities, and there will be options through it all anyway, okay? So just remember, it's your time to stretch out, to release, to wake the body up, to mobilise the body. So take it at your own pace. If I move too quickly, feel free to move slower, or feel free to sub out anything that doesn't feel right, any stretch that doesn't feel right, any pose that doesn't feel right. And if you just need to take some time out at any stage, always just remember you can come back into your child's pose, okay? So there's no expectation on me to you to keep up with me. I'm just here to guide you through something that hopefully will make you feel brilliant this morning. So you need to make sure that you're listening to your body and doing it in a way that does make you feel brilliant, yeah? So remember that breathing. We're going to start with focusing on our breathing a little bit, just so that we can get into that nice rhythm. And it's that nice rhythm that's going to take you the whole way through the class. At times it might increase a little bit when we start to move a little quicker or do things that require a little bit more muscle engagement, but always still breathing in and breathing out through the poses. And then as we start to taper off at the end, it might slow down a little bit. Okay, so hopefully that all sounds good. As you'll see, my name's Kirsten, Yoga Live with Kirsten. So with that, I reckon let's get started, hey? Great stuff, guys. So I'm going to lie this way, so the sun's out of my eyes, and hopefully you can all see me through the sun. So just lying down on your back. So we're going to start in lying butterflies. So we bring our knees and our feet together, and then let our knees open to the side, keeping the soles of the feet together, and just place your hands down on the floor, palms face up. Tuck your chin slightly and just close your eyes here. Now you can wiggle from side to side a little bit here. You might want to bounce the knees a little bit, just so that you can get into a comfortable place where we're just going to take some time to focus on our breath for a couple of minutes. Okay, so close your eyes. Once you've wiggled, once you've found a spot that's comfortable for you, just start to focus on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So no set pace with that breath, just whatever comes naturally to start with. Okay? As we move through this first couple of minutes, we will start to try and lengthen the breath, but just see what it's doing right now. Is it quite quick or is it already fairly slow? Now we're a few breaths in already, so I want you now to start thinking about where that breath is heading. Are you filling your belly as much as you're filling your chest on your inhale breath? And then as you exhale, are you completely emptying the lungs? So letting that breath completely leave your body as everything sinks and melts to the mat. And then we start again, so breathing in, filling the belly as much as you're filling the chest, and then breathing out, fully emptying those lungs. So we'll take 2 more cycles like that. And 1 more. And then gently ease your knees together, so just bring them back together. Then give yourself a little wraparound hug, so clasp the hands below the knees, rock from side to side. Maybe do some circles, just starting to release through that low back. And then keeping hold of your right leg, extend your left leg out nice and long, keep quite active through the left leg, let it plant down onto the floor, toes to ceiling. Take a big breath in, and then as you breathe out, hug that right knee in towards your right armpit. Take another breath in, so remember that long, slow breath that it created through the first part of the class. Breathe out, draw it a little bit more. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, let that right leg go long and bring the left knee in. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, draw it to the left armpit. Breathing in. Breathing out, drawing a little more. Stay active through that right leg. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we swap back over. Breathe in. Breathe out, draw the right knee in. Might be drawing it a little bit more this time as we've freed up those hips. Just holding here a little bit longer. Now we're not going to swap legs, just release that right knee, so release your clasp. Take your heel up towards the ceiling. Now you can bend through your base left leg if you want to, or keep it extended. Grabbing hold behind the hamstring, the inside of the foot or the outside of the foot, and just pulling that knee a little further out the side of the ribs, or a half happy baby. Now if it's not comfortable having that left leg extended, just bend it up, okay? You might be supporting behind your hamstring, just drawing your knee now down to the outside of the ribs, so just pull it to the side so there's room to draw that knee to the floor. You might have pressure on the inside sole of your foot or the outside, so just opening up a little bit more into those hips. Placing your left hand on your left hip, just to make sure it is still even. We haven't rolled to the right side. Take 1 more breath in. And as you breathe out, let the foot go and change sides. Nice long breath out. Take a breath in and draw that left knee towards the left armpit. Keeping active through that right leg. that breathing going. So 3 full cycles of breath before we move into half happy baby. Then once you've done your 3 full cycles of breath, letting the clasp go, extending the heel up towards the ceiling and finding a place to support, to draw that knee to the side of your body and knee down towards the mat. Placing your right hand on your right hip, extending your left leg as long as possible or bending it up if that's better for you. So feel just what it's like in this lower back. If having that leg extended is a little bit uncomfortable, just bend it up a wee bit. Nice stretch through the hips, which is going to target into the hamstrings as well. All those areas that get quite tight with all the sitting that we might be doing. Take one more breath. And as you breathe out, just bring that right leg in to meet the left leg and just give yourself a really easy little hug, little rock from side to side. Circle. Nice work. And then place the feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart, as close as comfortable with those heels to your bottom as you can get them. So just draw an imaginary line through the middle of your knees, through your hips. Place your hands palms face down on the floor. On your next breath in, you're just going to roll up to a bridge. So breathing in and peeling the spine off the floor, engaging the belly and pulling the belly button down towards the spine. And then as you breathe out, just roll back down, one vertebra at a time, the same way you got up. Good. And then release the pelvis and then start again. So breathe in, tuck the pelvis. Flattens that lower back, engages the lower belly, and breathe out and roll. We're going to do a couple more just breathing in and rolling up, and then we'll do a wee add-on. So keep that belly really nicely engaged through this right until you get to the bottom. Then let it go and you'll notice your pelvis rocks before you start again. Engage, peel up. So it just keeps that spine really nice and long, getting nice extension. Nice work. So breathing in to roll up. Now hold it up, and this time as you breathe out, lift your left leg off the floor. Breathe it in, bring it back to the floor, and breathe out, peel down again. So we've just added that little single leg extension. So we'll do that on the right side. So breathe in, peel up, keeping the hips nice and level. Breathe out, extend your right leg, press through your left heel. Breathe in, bring it back down, lightly, and then breathe out, lower down. Nice work. We'll do that again, so breathe in. Strong belly, squeeze your glutes, breathe out, left leg extends long, keeping your hips nice and even. Breathe in, bring it back down, breathe out and lower. We'll just do one more time with that right leg. So breathing in, peel up, so getting a little bit more warmth now going, a little bit more movement in the back. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out to lower. Nice work. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, just above the knee. Take your arms out to the side of your shoulders so they're forming a nice long line from one side to the other. So just have a look before we start. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, twist to the right. So we're going to draw down on that left thigh. Now your gaze can stay centre, or if it's comfortable for your neck, gaze down your left fingertips. So the weight of the right leg is just drawing onto that left leg, deepening the twist and lengthening down through that side hip. Should feel quite nice right through that whole left side of the body. Nice opening. On your next breath in, move back through centre. And then as you breathe out, take it to the left. So we're just taking over to the left now with that twist. Once again, you can keep your gaze centre, or now you can look down your right arm through your right fingers. On your next breath in, come back through centre. Breathing out, opening that knee to the side fully. Breathing in, lifting the left leg off the floor. And breathing out, settling into your upside down pigeon stretch. You can reach through and clasp the hands. You might just be having support behind that hamstring. You might not be able to clasp the fingertips together, that's okay. Or you might be able to clasp below that knee, okay? So just whatever is there for you, you choose. As long as that right knee stays opening out to the side, your lower back, tailbone are on the floor. We haven't lifted and rolled up, and your shoulders are relaxed back. Now once again, if you want to create some movement, that's fine. If that feels good for you, just before you find your static place. Or you can stay moving the whole way through the stretch if that feels good for you. Just little movements, little rock from side to side. It's up to you. We'll take one more breath in and out here. And then let go of any clasp you may have. Lower that left leg to the floor and we'll swap sides. So bringing the left leg now over on top of the right thigh, just to the outside above the knee. Arms come back out the side of the shoulders. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, move to the left. So we're stretching through the right side of the body first now. Gazing down your right arm if you want to. Focus on those nice big breaths now into that right side of the body. So your inhale now will be expanding right down the side of the hip, right in through those side ribs. On your next inhale, just move back through centre, so don't force your breath to catch up. We know where we're going, we're just going to head to the other side. So moving those legs now over to the right on the exhale breath. Gazing down your left arms if it's comfortable for your neck. Now take your breath into that left side body. Adjust yourself if you need to. It's all good. I just did a little wiggle there just to bring my shoulders underneath me a little bit more. Just made me feel the twist a little more. Nice work. On your next breath in, come back through centre. So we're just going to head it into that pigeon. So flexing through the top foot of the left leg and then bringing the right leg up off the floor. Clasping behind if you want to. Relaxing the shoulders back. Making sure that left knee is opening out to the side. If you need to encourage it out, just do so. Once again, movement can feel quite nice here. It can sometimes also help just with finding just the right place for you to hold the stretch in. So as long as the tailbone stays long, we've got the spine fully in contact with the mat, so we're not rolling through that lower back and lifting the bottoms up. So we're still trying to think lots of length through the spine while we're doing this. Take one more breath in. And as you breathe out, release it down back to the mat. And just place those feet just on the floor. Give them a little bit of a wiggle, out and in. Yeah. If you want to, you can take them up off the floor and give them some circles. Yeah, just whatever feels good. You might just want to hold them on the floor there. Just take a wee time out. And then I want you to roll over onto all fours. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. So we'll just move through some cat-cows before we move on. So on your inhale breath, drop your belly, lift your chin, back of the head towards the tailbone, shoulders away from the ears, and as you breathe out, pushing up through the floor, tucking your chin, drawing everything into the center, and then breathing in, and we'll cycle through that a few more times, bringing your chest through your biceps, feeling nice length through the front side of the body and extension through the back, and then pressing up, contracting through the front side of the body and flexing through your spine. A couple more times, inhale. So we've done quite a lot of twisting and warming up, so the spine hopefully feels quite free, but just recognize if there are any sticky areas there. One more cycle. And exhale. Good. And then just hold and just take a look over your right shoulder, just contracting through the right side of the body as you stretch the left side, and then change to the left. So contracting left side as you stretch right side. So just wiggling from side to side. One more each side. Nice work. Okay, from your tabletop position, just move your hands out so they're now in front of your shoulders. Knees are still under hips. So we're going to move through a modified flow, and then we're going to move through a full flow. Okay, so full vinyasana type flow, just to start to increase the energy a little bit. So on your inhale breath, bring your weight forward over your arms. You can readjust if you're not quite there. As you exhale, bringing your chest down towards the floor in front of your hands. As you inhale, push into your baby cobra, roll your shoulders down your back, pressing into the feet. And then as you breathe out, lower down and push back into your child's pose. Good. Just hold here for a full breath in and out. And then we'll cycle through again. So breathing in, coming forward, tops of the feet are flat on the floor. Breathing out, lower down as you bring your chest slightly forward of those hands. Breathing in, baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And breathe out, lower and press back into your child's pose. Good. And breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, coming up. And breathing out, push back. Good. Just hold your child's pose here. Now you're more than welcome to stay with that modified version. I'm just going to move on, for those who want to, into being on the toes. Okay, so knees will be off the floor. So a little bit more strength involved. You can give it a go, and if it doesn't feel quite right, maybe just do one time through, and then you can drop back down to your knees. Good stuff. So on your inhale breath, coming back forward into your plank, either on your knees or on your toes. Exhale, dropping down, bringing the chest slightly forward of the hands. Inhale into cobra or upward dog, shoulders away from the ears, elbows tucked in, and then breathing out back into child's pose or downward dog. Take a full breath in and out here. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back into your down dog or child's pose. We're going to do 2 more times through. So inhale into your plank. Any variation that I've given you. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Still pressing into the tops of the feet in your up dog, and exhale, down dog. One more time through. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, sweep through it up. Lengthen the front side of the body. And exhale, take it back. Good. So holding here. People in child's pose, if you want to join us in downward dog, feel free, or you can stay in your child's pose. If you're in downward dog, walk those feet out, one heel at a time, lengthening through the back of the legs. Nice work. You can get the hips free up a little bit if you want to. Good work. Pressing in now to the finger pads, nice and strongly. Draw your shoulders away from the ears, lift your belly, hip bones to the ceiling, and lengthen. Nice work. And then everyone drop to their knees, wide of the mat, big toes together, and come into your child's pose. Just take a few breaths here, just to rest. I'm going to move on now to just incorporating a little bit of abdominal work with our downward dog. So we're going to be doing 3-legged dog into a nice lateral abdominal squeeze, okay? Now you can do this from a kneeling position as well. So just like I showed you the modified flow on the knees, I will start on the knees and then I'll progress up into doing the full option for it. Good, so when you're ready, from child's pose, coming back into that slightly extended position. So hands forward of the shoulders, knees under hips, and then coming forward into your kneeling plank. So weight over your hands, belly engaged, shoulders away from the ears, tops of the feet flat to the floor. So our modified option is take a breath in and extend your right leg behind you. And then as you breathe out, squeeze your knee around towards the outside of your right arm. Breathe in, extend the right leg back. Breathe out, crunch the right side as you bring your knee to the outside. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, take the right knee back to the floor. Good, so left side, breathe in and extend. Breathe out and crunch. Breathe in and extend. Squeeze your glutes, stretch out through your toes. Breathe out. So we're just doing 5. I'm in the modified version at the moment. We're going to be doing 2 sets. So next set I'll be doing full version. I think that's 5, yeah? Take a breath in. Release that leg down and just stretch back. Good. So the only difference is that I'm going to be lifting my knees off the floor. If you don't want to do that, just do your second set on each side, just like we did then. So if you're ready, set yourself up into your downward dog. I'll turn side on. So find your nice strong downward dog position, belly up, hips up, shoulders away from the ears, and then let's all breathe in and extend our right leg. So extend it straight behind if you're kneeling, three-legged dog if you're up, and then breathe out, right knee around the outside. So remember, it's only 5. Breathe in, extend back, breathe out, crunch around. Breathe in, extend back. This is number 3. Belly's in, press the floor away from you. This is number 4. Number 5. Breathe in to extend. Breathe out to release that right leg down, and we do 5 on the other side. So breathe in, left leg extends. Breathe out and crunch. This is number 3. We're only doing this very last set. 4. Last one. Bit of heat, lots of energy. Waking up that belly. Take it up. And then release it down. And everyone take their knees wide, big toes together. Child's pose. Good work. So your breathing would have increased a little bit there, but we're still focusing on in and out. So now we're in child's pose. If you had forgotten about it a little bit, just bring that focus back. Now on your next breath in, extend your right fingertips really long and thread your right arm underneath as you breathe out into twisting child's pose. So drop your right shoulder, drop your right ear, and reach your left fingertips out. And then breathe in, unwind that right side. Breathe out, just move back through center. Then breathe in, reach those right fingertips really long, lifting up out of the armpit. Breathing out, threading that right arm under, dropping the left shoulder and the left ear. Keep reaching that right arm. And then breathe into an untwist, and breathe out, extend back. Nice work. Breathe in, coming back forward into your kneeling plank. And then breathing out, coming into your downward dog. Lift your hips high. Press into the finger pads. Spiral your inner arms forward. Take a breath in, lift your right leg up nice and high. And as you breathe out, bend the knee and step it through between your hands. Give it a helping hand if you need to. Into runner's lunge or high lunge. So at this stage, you're more than welcome to drop your back knee if you want to. You can be in kneeling lunge, or you can keep that back leg as extended as possible as we take an inhale breath into our crescent lunge. So really opening up through the left side of the body. So tuck that left hip, reach the arms up, nice and long. So even if you've got your knee down, you're still tucking that back hip super strongly. Nice work. Give that hip flexor a super good stretch. Take one more breath in. And then as you breathe out, lower those hands to the floor and straighten your front leg as much as is there for you. So a hamstring stretch. Your back heel will stay off the floor. And if you're kneeling, you will just be here, okay? Aiming for that nice flat back, so you can come up onto your fingertips if you need to, or if it's there for you, hands flat to the floor. Keeping your toes down, bring your right hip back a little bit and your left hip forward. Take one more breath here. As you breathe out, bend back into that high lunge. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, step back into your downward dog. Good. Breathe in, lift the left leg up high. Breathe out, bend the knee, and step it through between your hands. Helping it through if you need to. Take the time here, it's all good. Shoulders away from the ears, chest lifted. And then once you've found your nice, strong, stable base, right hip tucked, breathing into your crescent lunge. Taking a few breaths here just to really extend and open through this back hip. Lengthen the front side of the body, shoulders down. Keep pressing out strongly through that back leg, tucking that back hip. Give it a good stretch. Take one more breath in. And as you breathe out, lower those hands to the floor, straightening through your front leg, just as much as is there for you for your hamstring stretch. Well done. So we're just holding a little stretches a little bit longer now that we're getting close to the end of the class. And then on your next breath in, bend through that left leg and breathe out, press back into your downward dog. Then breathe in, lift the right leg up high. And as you breathe out, bend the knee, and we're going to move through into pigeon. So bring that right knee to the right outside of the right wrist. Rotating it out, I'll just turn front on here. Rotating it outwards, walking your back foot out to help your hips lower down towards the floor. And once you've found your nice comfortable position, so you can stay here if you want to. Once again, a little bit of movement if you need to. Now you can either stay propped up in this position, or you can lower down to your elbows, or you can fully extend, dropping the head down either to the floor or bend at your elbows and create a ledge for your hand. But find your nice pigeon pose that suits you. If the sensations get a little too uncomfortable, just feel free to rise up a little bit. So remember, it's all about that breath. So your breath you maintain is slow and even. Breathing in to create the space, the exhale breath helping you to sink. So you might take a couple of breaths just in a more upright position if you need to create more space or it gets a little too uncomfortable. Take one more breath in and out, and then pushing yourself up onto your hands. Good, just keeping your right hand on the floor in front of you, reaching around if you can and grabbing hold of that left foot. Just around the inside, drawing back, propping yourself up as much as you need to, really drawing that left foot in towards the bottom, feeling once again that really nice stretch into the left hip, down into the quad. So you should feel like here that actually you're holding yourself up. So if I was very flexible, I'd maybe look and seeing if I could reach over and grab hold and link onto my back foot. I'm not quite there yet. But we're trying to hold ourselves up. Take one more breath and slowly release that foot on your breath out. And then take both hands once again to shoulder width apart, tucking your back left toes and taking yourself back into your downward dog. Now with your right leg, you might want to shake it out behind you a little bit. You might just want to walk your dog out. Just do anything that helps you release here. Bring some blood flow back through that right leg. And then we're just going to repeat on the other side. So when you're ready, take your left leg up nice and high. And then exhale, take the left knee to the right, left wrist I should say. I was looking at my right hand. So that left heel is approximately underneath your right hip. Walk your right leg back, helping those hips lower towards the floor. And then finding your place, just ease your way through it. There's no need to rush. You don't have to rush into your final position. We're going to be here for a good minute, so you've got the time to slowly lower yourself down. Realizing one side could be tighter than the other, so you might need a few breaths maybe here to be able to just ease into it a little bit more. I must be quite tight in my hips at the moment because I'm super feeling this in my glutes. It's a really nice feeling though. Yes, my dog is a bit of a sun seeker. He loves being anywhere there's a patch of sun, and he's very good at finding the very last little sliver that's available in the house, wherever that might be. But currently, as you can see, if you, well, you might not be able to see if your head's down, but my lounge is pretty bathed in sun. But I've got the best patch, so he's just decided that he will come and share that best patch with me. It's all good, he's not climbing on me. Take one more breath in and out here. And then next breath in, ease your way up. So finding your nice tall position, you might be able to walk your back leg out a little bit. Those hips might be freed to come a little lower to the floor. Then reaching around, catching hold of that foot and drawing it in. As you draw that right shoulder back, feel that beautiful stretch right through that right side body into the right shoulder as well, yeah? So it's a really nice way to get that opening. into that whole right shoulder, right hip, right side body, and then just see if you can square yourself off a little bit. So seeing if you can bring your chest back to the center a wee bit. That might increase the stretch a little more for you. Take one more breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly lower it down. Good, bring the hands back underneath the shoulders on the floor in front of you. Tuck your back right toes and press yourself back into your last downward dog. Lots of movement on this one, guys. Just let blood flow back through that left leg. You can wiggle your hips from side to side, crossing knee over leg. Nice work. And then dropping down to your knees, crossing your ankles behind you and coming back into a seated position. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, just lower the hands nice and heavy down towards the floor and drop your ear over towards your shoulder just to stretch down through the side of the neck. If you want to, you can place your right hand on top of your head and just gently draw. Close your eyes through this. It's pretty simple. Keeping your eyes closed, if you did have your hand gently drawing down on your head, just release it back to the floor and bring your head back through center. And then cross your legs the other way. Taking a breath in, and then as you breathe out, just left ear to left shoulder, lengthen through the right side of the neck. It's going to be a beautiful day today, guys. I think I heard 22. Superb. We've been so lucky with our weather. It's been great for getting outdoors, doing lots of walking, maybe lots of chores outside, placing the hand on the head if you wanted to. And then release the hand on the head if you've got it there, bringing it back through center. Taking a big breath in, reaching up, breathing out, release those arms back down. One more time, breathing in. And this time as you breathe out, bring your hands into prayer back through heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was lovely to have you with me. Go and enjoy the day. Hopefully feeling more free, more open and more energized than the way you started. And I'll see you next week, guys. Namaste. Thank you.